What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the S&P 500, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Bityard, because I do believe all of these are some very important topics to be discussed in today's video. We might go a little bit longer in today's episode and kind of shooting for about 12 or 13 minutes because there is definitely some very crazy stuff we have to talk about, some explanations. Hopefully you guys have profited off of the most recent correction in price. Hopefully you did. If not, I recommend checking out Patreon. But otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help out the YouTube algorithm. Also, remember to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial, and let's jump into today's video. All right, guys, so yesterday I did talk about a video in regards to just copy trading with co-vesting, something to check out if you're interested in another exchange. But I also spoke the day before about filling the gap within XRP, Ripple, and Bitcoin. So we've definitely been on some very interesting movements right here. I know a lot of you guys do not like bearish videos. It really does not perform well on the channel. You guys like to see bullish movements, even if you can make a ton of profit on a correction. So you have to look a little bit further than just the thumbnail and the title of my videos. Just actually watch the content, because it does mean there's a lot more stuff and meaningful. It's a lot more meaningful in the video itself than just by the thumbnail. So specifically today's video, I do want to talk about the way this market's moving. So yeah, I think I really want to focus on the S&P 500 quick, then we'll jump into the other stuff. But specifically, you guys can see that the S&P 500 as of just a couple of days is starting to actually correct lower. You can see the dip and the reversal right here. This was something I have mentioned on the channel for weeks now, days on days on days, that if we were to break above this massive resistance, we might see just a little bit more of a spike, and then we'd start to see that correction. So I actually woke up today to seeing the market in a reversal. So I actually sold all of my positions in my Roth IRA. Now, that doesn't mean I get taxed on it. It only means that I can move my positions around within the Roth, not necessarily taking it out. You only get taxed on a Roth IRA when your money is pulled out of an account, not necessarily when you move and change your shares and positions within the Roth IRA. So I did sell all of my positions because I'm fairly frightful that I do believe we're going to see a big tank in price. As we start to see, we did see a massive blast off the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and now we're fairly overbought, and we're probably going to see that correction. We're also trading above a massive resistance, so I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see that dip happen. So that's pretty much why I sold out of my Roth. But I noticed that with this market correcting lower, it seems like it's affecting the stock market and the other cryptocurrencies too. Because at the same time the S&P 500 was dipping and dropping in price, we're starting to see altcoins dip and fall in price. So what I want to talk about is using Bityard. So as you guys know, I've shown Bityard on the channel quite some time now. But I do want to continue to talk about it because this opens up some very new doors for trading cryptocurrency. We do use other exchanges on the channel, but I do want to mention that this is a very good exchange as well for multiple reasons. The main reason is because of the options we have, the choices we have. Is unlike many other exchanges, the fact that we can use XRP, Tron, Litecoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, EOS, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Cash, opening all these other cryptos allows us to make a lot more profit a lot quicker than relying on an exchange that only has maybe 1, 2, or 3 cryptocurrencies. Not to say that those are bad. I mean, they all have their perks, but I do like that Bityard has other options towards trading cryptocurrency. Bityard has other options out there. So specifically what I want to talk about is the massive drop that is happening within these cryptos. It's something that's been discussed for quite some time now. I know I mentioned that we did need to fill the gap. It seems like we filled the gap on most of these cryptocurrencies, and we're actually starting to see the drop. But it was discussed that, more than likely we would go and reverse back down to our moving average. You can see even on XRP, we are starting to reverse downwards. But I said off this double top, it is almost guaranteed that we are going to see a reversal back down our support, back down our moving average. Now, we did see the double top formation right here. I did say we would ultimately reverse down from this back straight down to the moving average. That didn't necessarily happen, but it did pull all the way back down at some point to the moving average. You can see it's on the same trend line right here. So we did come back down to support. This is a good buying opportunity in my opinion, and it will open up doors to better corrections in the future. You can see this goes on all the cryptocurrencies, not just XRP. But notice XRP does open up some other trade opportunities on Bityard, because we do have that available here to sell short, buy long, everything you want to do. So that's pretty cool. Now, I did link Bityard in the description down below if you're interested in signing up for Bityard. If you like trading XRP or other altcoins, definitely make sure to check it out down below. Now, I do want to look at Ethereum. Ethereum's pretty interesting. I've been trading around recently with Ethereum, and I've noticed the fees from Vitalik Buterin are so high compared to all the other cryptocurrencies. Litecoin, the transaction fee is incredibly low. But sending a couple $100 with Ethereum, you're paying like $10, $15 transaction fee, which is ridiculous. So ultimately, I think I would sway away from trading back and forth between Ethereum, especially when you want to cash out your Ethereum, due to the fact that their transaction fees are so incredibly high. Obviously, you can trade on Ethereum and then trade it to like Bitcoin or back into Litecoin, but there is a very big transaction fee surrounding that cryptocurrency. So consider that when trading Ethereum. But looking at these other cryptocurrencies like XRP, Bitcoin, and Litecoin, the dip happened, the drop happened. We've been tracking some sort of ascending triangle. We said as we get closer here, we'll decide whether or not we're going to blast higher or lower. And it goes without saying, yesterday I did publish a video that was sponsored, so I wasn't able to make a video in regards to the fact that the dip was coming, which happened yesterday. You can see clearly right here. But at this point in time, if you guys are moderate traders, I know the beginners are still listening and following along, but if you're a moderate trader, you'd know one of two things. You would know very easily that if we broke this top resistance, it's buying long, expecting to, cash out on the market, leverage trade it as it goes up, and vice versa. If we close a position below this resistance here, we know to sell short and capitalize off the drop in price. Obviously, Litecoin did see that reversal, and we saw that drop. We started trading below this uptrend right here, and obviously we sold short. Hopefully you guys followed along. I mean, you didn't have to follow my pattern, but analyzing the market and acknowledging it, it does sell off for some very, very, very big profits. So how exactly did I sell off? How exactly did I know? It's very easy just to create positions just slightly below this right here, limit orders, as well as this top resistance right here to sell off for a buy long. But ultimately, it was using Bityard. We can use Bityard. I did use other platforms to trade around with. I use Dudex a lot too. But I also noticed that Bityard is doing a YouTube video contest, which is pretty cool, being that I am a YouTuber. I thought it was fairly interesting to see that this is an exchange that's actually offering a contest, being that it's on YouTube. So this says the second YouTube video contest is coming soon. The contest will be held August 27th, so it's already in effect until September 26th, with the chance to win up to $7,777 USDT, which is fairly, it's fairly standard. It's not going to change around. That would be about that when you cash out. But you can see first prize is 777 with the number of participants under 50 to 100. Not exactly sure how exactly this works, but I don't want to read it all and spend too much time on this. So definitely just check the description down below if you guys want to learn how exactly you could publish your own videos and potentially win up to $7,000 or $8,000 practically with Bityard. So check it out down below. It's pretty cool if you ask me that they're doing some sort of trade like that. But otherwise, to capitalize off the market moving like this, you can see that a lot of these cryptos are starting to correct downwards. We saw the correction. We see the volume as it's starting to fall about 10%. We finally have some action in the market. It's incredible to finally see movement like this. Hopefully you guys profited off the big drop in price. You can see right here. I know we've had big communities on Patreon. Hopefully you guys are intertwined in Patreon. But Patreon, we've actually been making quite a bit of profit, capitalizing off the reversal there. We have many groups and forums that we talk about there and on Twitter where we discuss the movements and the possibilities of capitalizing off the reversal. And a lot of people did make quite a bit of profit. So huge shout out to you guys. But exactly how do we trade on Bityard? It's very simple. I'd stay away from Ethereum, but I'd focus more on XRP for right now. So looking at the XRP market right here, you can see that XRP did kind of hit a bottom. But when you look at the other cryptos too, you can see Litecoin hit its bottom support. Bitcoin hit its bottom support, and Ethereum is just a little bit lower from, I mean, it is a support there. It's not its moving average, but it is at a support. But XRP is also at a support. So it's looking more like a buying long scenario right here. Now we could easily leverage trade at 20 with XRP right here. And then it's as simple as clicking how much you want to buy in. Let's do 25. Now I only have a small amount in here, but it gives me about 2,000 XRP, and just buying long like this, boom, confirm. our buying order submitted and our position went through pending, and it's now a live position. Very easy, that quickly. I have to transfer more cryptocurrency into Bityard before I start making some massive trades. But ultimately, looking at the market, acknowledging how the market has been trading, with the bottom support finally being retested right here, with the rest of the market actually dipping. We're buying the dip right now, pretty much. We hit oversold, time to buy back in. Obviously, you can make trades on Bitcoin as well on Bityard, so definitely make sure to check that out as well. But otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I mean, the market is incredible. The S&P 500 finally starting to reverse downwards. I thought it was definitely something that needed to be mentioned to you guys because it is definitely something not to pass up on. I'm more in fear of the fact that there's a good chance we're going to see a massive reversal. I mean, every single time for 11 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times now, every time we retest this top resistance, it usually calls for some sort of reversal pattern. So I'm not surprised if we see a reversal right now and pulls us all the way back, maybe even moderately into about $2,900. Just a big dump is what I'm anticipating. You can also see that we did talk about a bearish divergence. There's a clear downtrend right here, which signals why we're starting to see that reversal right now. We have a bullish bearish divergence where the prices move up as the relative strength indicator moves down. It's an indication of reversal happening, so that's why I sold off. I anticipate to sell at the all-time highs. Not a great time to be buying into the market right now. Sell it, sell it, sell it, and then buy back in. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, make sure to sign up for my Patreon as well as use Bityard if you want to capitalize off the market movement like now. Especially if you're interested in my trades, we do use Bityard and we talk about how exactly to sell short with XRP and Litecoin and Ethereum and the other cryptos. But otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, guys. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help out the YouTube algorithm. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoVOfficial, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.